Well, tonight it has been a minute since we last saw the rain and the snow, but tonight, honestly, it felt like it never left at all. Take a look at this. This is Riverfront Park throughout the afternoon, heading into our early evening hours, and you can see that snow start to move in, then start to back out right there. Beautiful sight, though. Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight for KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where we give you more news in less time. I'm Cody Proctor. Mark Hanrahan is off tonight. Let's get started. We'll begin with a look at that forecast. That new snow made it a little tricky for drivers tonight. We've got meteorologist Michelle Boss in the Weather Center. And Michelle, many people are going to be hitting the roads, hitting the airports for traveling tomorrow for the Thanksgiving holiday. The weather that we saw tonight, any chance that could impact those travel plans?
Yeah, mainly because what precipitation we did see today, which was a mixture of rain and snow, is going to be refreezing over some of those untreated roads. So could be slick going early tomorrow morning. The precipitation is really going to be winding down. So after tonight, not expecting any additional snow, but could pick up another ½ inch overnight. So nothing you're going to have to shovel to get out of your driveway. But again, with temperatures below freezing, there's going to be some slick spots on those roadways. We're below freezing right now at 29 in Spokane after topping out in the middle and upper 30s this afternoon. Still above freezing in Deer Park, but they never made it above freezing in places like Moses Lake and Omak, where they saw freezing rain and snow for much of the day today. Pullman saw a mixture of rain and snow currently at 32, and you can kind of see the back edge of that snow right now. Again, we'll probably see maybe another couple of hours of some light snowfall here in Spokane before it winds down, with some lingering snow in the mountains of the Cascades and the North Idaho Panhandle through early tomorrow morning. But during the day tomorrow, if you can hold off maybe till later in the morning or early afternoon, I'm anticipating travel conditions will be much better. So we do still have winter weather advisories. They're in effect until about 1 o'clock tomorrow morning for the Spokane area, and a little bit later in the morning for, again, the higher elevations in the Panhandle and across the Cascades. Those advisories will continue till about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning for additional light accumulations. And then we're looking at maybe a little bit of afternoon sunshine tomorrow, with high temperatures should be warming up into the middle and upper 30s, with dry weather for Thanksgiving Day and for the day after.
Michelle, thanks so much. And with this winter weather moving through our region, the roads certainly can get pretty slick because of it. KREM 2's Kyle Simchuk has been monitoring the roadways tonight, and with Thanksgiving just about here, he shares what you need to know before traveling.
Well, if you're expecting company this Thanksgiving holiday or planning to take your family to the west side of the state tomorrow, it's going to be one of the busiest days to cross Snoqualmie Pass. WSDOT analysts looked at the number of cars on the road during the past Thanksgiving weekends, which are shown on these graphs. So if you have friends or family coming to visit and heading east towards Spokane, WSDOT says they should expect congestion tomorrow on the pass between 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. Those are the red bars you see. The black line on the graph shows traffic during a typical weekend, so more than double the amount during those hours tomorrow. Now heading east, things improve on Thanksgiving Day, but drivers could run into moderate to heavy traffic between 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. Now, if you and your family are heading west for the holidays and still haven't left, expect delays tomorrow between noon and 2 p.m. on the pass. Again, this is heading west over Snoqualmie Pass. Light traffic after 7 p.m. and in the early morning hours, according to WSDOT projections. And look at Thanksgiving Day heading west. No red bars, but some yellow between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m., indicating moderate to heavy traffic. And after Thanksgiving, WSDOT expects Sunday to be the busiest in both directions between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. In Spokane, Kyle Simchuk, KREM 2 News.
Kyle, thank you so much for that heads up right there. And be sure to join us tomorrow morning on Up with KREM for the latest updates on this winter weather and how it could impact you. It's been more than a week since 4 University of Idaho students were found dead inside of a house just a few blocks away from campus. Their names were Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Madison Mogan, and Kaylee Gonzalez. Tonight, the investigation continues as the Moscow police still don't have a suspect. We do know at this hour, and Moscow police is holding another press conference tomorrow at 1 in the afternoon. And tonight, we also know the Sigma Chi Foundation established a scholarship fund to honor the memory of the sole male victim. Sigma Chi was the fraternity Ethan Chapin was part of while at U of I. The Ethan Chapin Memorial Scholarship Fund will be presented annually to a deserving undergraduate of the Gamma Eta chapter. Earlier today, the scholarship fund reached nearly $6,500 of its $25,000 goal. And earlier tonight, Moscow police shared they've received information that one of the victims had a stalker, but detectives have not been able to verify that. With the investigation still ongoing, the U of I community remains on edge, but a group of alumni have come together in hopes of helping students feel safer when they return to campus. KREM 2's Amanda Rowley shares more tonight.
Tonight, Idaho State Police say they still do not have a suspect and are continuing to search for answers that will lead them to one. Meanwhile, a group of University of Idaho Greek alumni have rallied together to buy a tool that they hope will keep women on campus safe after they return from the holiday break. Numerous questions still surround the mysterious murders of the 4 University of Idaho students.
Honestly, it's just, how could something like this happen?
Carrie Lauren graduated from U of I in 2007 and was a member of the Delta Gamma sorority. With so many fond memories of her time at the university, she can't believe such a brutal attack could happen there.
It's just so horrific what happened, and thinking of it happening in, that place that I always felt so safe. I think is just really scary for a lot of us.
So she asked the Greek alumni community to support her in buying keychain alarms for current Greek students.
I'm just hoping that it really helps students feel maybe a little bit safer. I know going back so soon after this is going to be really traumatic.
The safety alarm keychains are called She's Birdies. When you pull it apart, an alarm sounds and flashes a bright light.
It's really compact and super easy to use.
So far, Carrie has raised more than $16,000 from U of I alumni. She says she'll be able to buy 737 alarms for every Greek sorority member and another 900 for other women on campus.
Hopefully, just knowing that their community and alumni support them and having this little token of that, hopefully just brings them some comfort and safety.
Right now, Carrie is coordinating with alumni who live close to campus to distribute the alarms once students return from the holiday break. We are expecting additional updates from Idaho State Police and the Moscow Police Department in a press conference tomorrow afternoon. Reporting from Moscow, Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
Amanda, thank you so much. Now, while local, state, and federal agencies continue to search for a suspect, the university issued a new statement today saying faculty have been asked to prepare in-person and remote learning options so students can choose how they'll attend class for the final 2 weeks of the semester. Some courses may need to be moved fully online in some limited situations. And of course, as we continue to track this story, for the latest information, head on over to KREM.com. Also on KREM 2 Plus right now, we have an in-depth look at the first few days of the investigation. You can also download KREM 2 Plus now on Roku and Amazon. For instructions, text KREM 2 to 509-448-2000 and we'll send a link right to your phone. Let's go now to Night Beat with a quick look at the day's top stories. Roads are back open after a serious crash in northwest Spokane killed one man and left another injured today. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office says a man who wasn't wearing a seatbelt was speeding when he lost control of his vehicle and struck a tree. Officials say the driver died at the scene. His passenger was treated for minor injuries. Authorities closed off roads at West Greenwood Road to the Greenwood Memorial Terrace entrance. Turning over now to the Gem State, the Idaho State Marshal's Office is investigating after a trailer fire in Priest River revealed the remains of 2 people. It happened yesterday morning. When first responders arrived, they found the trailer completely in flames. After they managed to put the fire out, they found the remains of the victims.
We're not going to back down, though, in our fight to give families breathing room. That's why the Department of Justice is asking the Supreme Court of the United States to rule on the case. But it isn't fair to ask tens of millions of borrowers eligible for relief to resume their student debt payments while the courts consider the lawsuit.
Today, President Joe Biden announced another pause on student loan repayment. The extension means payments do not need to be paid until June 30th of 2023 or as soon as the Supreme Court makes its decision on Biden's forgiveness plan. The repayment could begin earlier than June if a decision is reached. And that was your Night Beat. Text the word night to 509-448-2000 to learn more about any of these stories that you just heard, and we'll send them right to your phone. And that was also your KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where you get more news in less time. But don't go to bed just yet. City and county officials are busy outlining a new timeline to clear out the homeless encampment by I-90. When they hope to have it done, next.